Hey everyone, welcome to SarteK programming. This is the second video of this Python course, and today we will be covering operators in Python. As the name suggests, operators is something that is used to perform certain operations, and we have 7 different types of operators in Python, and we will be looking the usage of each one of them one by one. So the first one in the list is arithmetic operators, and arithmetic operators are used to perform mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponential, and floor division. So these are the operators, and these are their names, and this is an example of how to use it. Now in this case, this plus is an operator, and x and y are operands. So operands are the values on which operations are performed, and operator is the symbol which is used to perform operation. Now let's see these operators in action. So now let's see each of the arithmetic operator one by one. So the first one is addition, and this is how we perform addition. This will output to 10, this will print 4, this will be 7 multiplied by 3, that is 21. And now here we see this is division and this is floor division. So what's the difference between the two? See, when we divide 7 by 3, we get 2 point something something. We get 2 point decimal values, right? And if we want to ignore those decimal values, what we have to do is we have to use floor division. So this will give you, this operation will give you exact answer, and this will give you an approximate answer which will be rounded to its smaller value. So like 7 floor division 3 would give you 2. It will ignore the points, decimal values after the 2. Okay, and I will run this so you can see. Here it is 2.333. This is the exact answer, and this is an approximate answer which has ignored all of these threes, you know. So there will be cases when you will use when you will need to use this floor division. This is an extremely useful operator. Then we have modulus operator. So what is modulus operator? It gives you the remainder. So when we divide 7 by 3, so what is the remainder? It's 1. See, 3 into 2 is 6, 7 minus 6 is 1, so the remainder is 1, and it outputs remainder. Here we can see it's 1, and this is exponential. 7 to the power 3. So this means 7 to the power 3. We have used 2 asterisks. 1 asterisk means multiplication, 2 asterisk means exponential. Likewise, 1 slash means division, and 2 slashes means floor division. Don't get confused in these two, right? So here 7 to the power 3 means 7 cube, which is 7 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 7, and we know the answer, it's 343. And so these are the arithmetic operators in Python. Now let's look at comparison operators. So these are the comparison operators in Python. We have equals to, not equals, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. Now let's see these operators in action. So in the first line we have 7 equals to 3. Since this is not true, it will evaluate to false. I will first run this. So see, 7 is equals to 3. Since this is not true, we've got false here. Then in the second case we are checking if 7 is not equals to 3, and 7 is not equals to 3, so it will evaluate to true. Then is 7 greater than 3? Yes, it is, so it's true. 7 is 7 less than 3? No, therefore false. And is 7 greater than or equals to 3? Yes, it is true. And is 7 less than or equals to 3? No, so it's false. Now let's see for other numbers. So is 7 equals to 7? Yes, it is, so it's evaluated to true. Now let's see the difference between this less than and less than or equals to. So is this 7 less than, so is this 7 less than 7? No, so this will evaluate to false. But this condition, 7 is less than or equals to 7, this will evaluate to true. Okay, so see, the fourth is false, but last one is true. So that's the difference between less than and less than or equals to. It's just same as we have been taught in maths since childhood. And now this is everything about comparison operators. Now let's look at logical operators. We have three different types of logical operators in Python: and, or, and not. Let's look at these one by one. So in and, the condition will evaluate to true only both the statements are true. Like you can see here, x is false and y is false, therefore the answer is false, therefore the result is false. And in this case x is false and y is true, and in this case x is true and y is false, and both of these will evaluate to false. But if only if both the conditions are true, then the result will be evaluated to true. It's like if only if both the statements are true. Like this is a Python course and we are learning operators in Python. So in this case both the statements are true. This is the Python course and we are learning operators in Python. Since both the statements are true, output will be true. But if any of the statement would have been false, like if I would have said this is a Java course and we are learning operators in Python, but this isn't a Java course, so first statement is false and the second is true. So in this case this will evaluate to false. Now let's look at OR. In this case the condition will evaluate to true if any of the statements are true. You are understanding the difference, right? In AND both the condition must be true. Here in this case even if one of the condition is true, the output will be true. So in the first case, since both are false, the output will be false. But here one is false and the other is true, and one is true and other is false. There and the output is true. And obviously if both are true, then it will be true. So I will go with the same example. If I say this is a Python course or we are learning operators in Python, this will evaluate to true since both the statements are true. But even if I say something like this is a Java course or we are learning operators in Python, in this case even if one of the statements is false, the result will be true, because in OR even if one of the statements is true, the result is true. Then the third operator is not. It just reverses the result. So if it is false, it will output to true, and if it is true, it will output to false. Okay, so now let's see these operators in action. So here in the first line we have 7 is greater than 3 and 7 is greater than 11. So this first condition is true. 7 is indeed greater than 3, but it is not greater than 11. And in AND we need both the conditions to be true. Since one is true and the other is false, we will get the output as false. See, we got false. But in the second case, when it is OR, first condition is true, 7 is greater than 3, but second condition is false, 7 is not greater than 11. But even then we get true. Okay. And in third case, see, we know 7 is greater than 3 and this condition is true, but since we have used not here, we've got false, because it just reverses the result, as we know. These operators are of utmost importance when it comes to handling if-else conditions and to save the line of code. So we have covered 3 operators till now: arithmetic operators, comparison operators, and logical operators. We will look at the remaining 4 in the next video, and thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.